Welcome back, guys. Before we wrap up this free session of creating a blog, there's one more thing we could do. And the one more thing we could do is that we could just edit the layout of our blogs. And currently, we could just edit the layout of our blog. And currently, we have all this. So you could create more posts just to populate this. And you could edit the layouts if you want to. So I want to edit the layout. You could edit the layout of this blog, and this footer, like I said, this footer, and this footer could be damaging. So I want to edit the layout. All I have to do is to come to the layout menu, and having to come to the layout menu, you see your layout right here. You see your layout, and you get to change your layout. Everything is widgets, so you could change widgets and you could add more widgets if you want to. But right now, you see everything about your blog right here. So these are layouts. Everything you see here is an element in the layout section. So you're going to edit the layouts. For instance, let's see from here, this is a boxed element, and here it is. So you see the boxed version. That's where you see your latest post. At the bin, we have this. You could choose to show the widgets. You could choose to not show it. So you could do all those basic things, and you could just leave all these recent posts, yes, and boxed version, you could make it false or true. You could say false or true, but leave it at that. We are not configuring any of this. And see your default variables. You can see your default variables right here. So you see short name, comment system, fixed sidebar, and these are defaults. These are default variables. So you could edit the default variables. And one of the things you're going to see now, you just check this out, and your default variables are all here. So what I want to do now is to check the default variables, and say post per page. I could edit and choose to, so post per page says 5, so we could just say we want to make it like 10. Let's see if that happens. So I'm going to just make it 10. Yes, it has changed. So post per page changes to 10. And fixed sidebar, you could choose to make it false or true. I could say I want to make it false. So let's just click on false. Let's see what this does. So I'm going to just say false, and I'm going to save that. So I just change the fixed bar to false, and the comment system, which says blogger, you could just leave that. And this says this the site name, which is the short name, I could just say Billard Tech Academy. Yes, so this could be it, and I'm going to save that. So let's see what we have here. So I'm going to save all these I just did. I'm going to save the default variable. I'm going to save it, and right now it has been saved, and I'm going to use the save button right here. So let's refresh the page and see what it looks like after changing some of the default variables. So I'm going to click on save right here. So the changes have been saved. So all I have to do is to view the new layout. So let's see what the new layout looks like. And here it is. Here it is right now. So we have something like this, and basically we still looking the same, but there are more to do. So these default variables, you could just choose to off the widget and save it. Then it's off that way, it won't show. So let's say I'm going to save it again, and I'm going to try to see if any changes has been made after doing this. So whenever you work on an element, just always view your blog to see if any changes have been made. So I'm just going to view the blog, and here is the blog right now. So having to remove the variables is still, those are the default variables. So we go back to work on the layouts. So we are still on the layout session, and here we are. So the header logo of your blog, so let's just try to edit that. And as you can see, this is the header logo of the blog, and you have the Billard Tech Academy, you have the blog description. You could write a blog description. You could choose to input an image. So here it's the image function, and this is what the image looks like. When you copy this, let me just view the image. Let me see what the image looks like. We're going to be able to remove that. So this is what the image looks like. This is where it is. So you could change this. You could change this image. I have a blog logo already, so you have to create a blog logo before you start a blog. And one of the tools to create a blog logo is Canva. So you get to open Canva and try to create a blog logo. It's as simple as that. So you don't need to you don't need to Azure or something. Just create your logo from here, and you could easily create a blog logo. Just look for logo and do a basic edit, then create a logo, or you get a professional logo designer to create a logo for you. But right now you can use tools like this to create a logo. And I've created a logo for myself, and I'm going to just go on. So if you need to know more about creating logos or using Canva, I have courses on that. So you could check out my course. You could just come here and type Beloved Allergy on Google, and you will see my other courses, and you could learn how to create logo yourself. So this is Beloved Adejigbe, and see my Udemy profile. So come to my Udemy profile. That's all you need to do. Come to my Udemy profile, and you see my Udemy profile right here. So I have other courses. Just scroll through. This is a graphic design course. You could easily access this course. Just scroll through and try to access a course like this to create logos. Try to access something like this as well to create logos. So there's so much more you could learn more in my course catalog. So you could easily choose any of these courses, but that's not the point. I'm just introducing you to how you can create logo. So I could choose to upload from my computer instead of just input an image URL. I'm going to just upload from my computer, and right now you choose the file that you want to upload. So like I said, I have my logo already. So I'm going to try to use the logo I have to do this. So I'm going to just come here and see my Bila Tech Academy logo. So I have the logo already, and I just used that. So I'm just going to save this, and let's see what we have. So I just changed something. I just changed this logo. So let's refresh and see what we've changed. So right now, this is the logo I just changed to, and it's already reflecting, as you could see. So we could go on to do more. So that's how to work on each element of your blog. You come to the layout section to do that. So image replacement, so you could say instead of title and description, you could choose to make it title and description. Then I could just remove this. So I could say input image. I could say upload from computer, and this could be saved. So let me try to save that, and you'll see that the image is gone. So let's see if the image is gone. As you could see, the image is gone, and we have a name right here, but the name is not looking okay. So let me just come back here and disable Tech Academy. Then you say behind title and description. So it could be instead of have description placed after image, so you could shrink to fit and all that, but this is not the point. So like I did earlier on, I could upload an image and make it that. So that way we are just doing a basic edit of the blog. And here you come to your main menu. So we have link list. When you check your blog, when you check the original blog, we just removed the top bar, which is the layout, the logo layout. So we're going to just come right here. I could easily come back here to just replace it with an image. I'm going to upload. I'm going to choose my file, and I'm going to try to upload something that I could use for a logo. So let me just look for something like that. And this is it right here. I'm going to choose this, and I'm going to make that as a logo. I'm going to save this, and here we have this. So here we have this. So let me just do some major edits. So we say upload image from computer, which we've done, of course. So I'm going to just try to, so I'll say upload image from computer. That will be the default, and I'm going to just choose an image to upload, and there we have that. So I'm going to save this, and I'm going to save it. We're going to have that change right here. So I'm going to say this will be instead of title and description. So that has just been updated. I'm going to refresh, and we're going to see the new image we just used. So I'm just going to come back here. I'm not seeing any image just yet. So input image URL, or I'll say upload image, and here we have that. So I'm going to just do something like this, and yes, and I'm going to say instead of title and description, yes. So it has been replaced that way, and I'm going to try to shrink to fit. Yes, let's do that as well. And I'm going to try to save that. So let's see the new image. I'm going to just save it from here, and I'm going to have the page refreshed so we could see what it I'm going to have the page refresh so we could see what it brings. So I'm just going to refresh this page, and we're going to see that that has been changed to the new logo. Then we are good to go. So you come to your link list to design. You see the name of this widget is link list. You could choose to off it, you could choose to on it, and here we have the home, we have the features. So let's see what that is, what that means. So this is your navigation menu. So that's what it is named link list. That's why I said you need to edit, and here we have that. So these are things you could easily edit. So we could just say we want to name these articles. Of course, we could just name these articles and we'll add a URL. So I'm just going to save this, and you could just delete all these other things. So we have this, you have multiple drop downs, you have short code. So I could delete all these. Let me just have them deleted. Since I don't need, I'll have them deleted right now. So I'm going to have them deleted. So yes, we have these, we have these, we have these, we have these, and we have articles. So yes, we're going to make it just these two. I'm going to save this, and that way I just edited my link list. So coming back here, let me just refresh this page, and we'll see that we have home and articles alone. We've changed all that. So this is where the link list is being worked upon, and you can just come back here to check that out, and you see link list, and here we have something like this. Then you could just create a link. So I'll come to my post page because I have my layout, I have things like I've set. So I'm going to come to my post page, and here in articles I'm going to try to check the articles label. I'm going to just try to open the first article. Yes, I'm going to try to open this first article. I'm going to just come this way, open the label articles, and I'm going to come here. I'm going to open the label articles, and I'm going to try to copy this. I'm going to copy the link, and let me see what it's going to bring when I copy the link. And here we are. Yes, so these are articles. These should just be articles. So what I'm going to do now is to come back to my link list, and I'm going to just have the article. I'm going to have the link pasted. I'm going to change this to the article link, and having that, I'm going to just save this. I'm going to save this, and I just gave the article a link. I'm going to just save it, and let's see what we have so far. So I'm going to just refresh this, and having to refresh that, all I have to do is to click on, for instance, when I click on home, it brings me back home. But when I click on articles, it takes me to just simply articles. So you could add more labels, you could add more pages and all that, but that is not what I need right now. I'm just showing you the layout. So that is linked list, and the main blog post can be edited as well. The way it looks can be edited. So number of posts on the main page, you could change this to like a 12 if you want to. You could say a 12, or you could say a 10, and the link text will be read more. You could show author, like author format by author name, of course, and you show publish time, you show everything in that, in the what you want your page to look like when people are reading articles. This is where you're going to set it. This is the section you're going to set it in the layout. So you see your tags, you see label 1, you see label 2. So you see post, you see show email post link, or you say share button, show location, you could off that. Show author profile, you could choose to on that. So when you see this, you see that everything we are just talking about is right here. So this is the author profile right here. About me, that's the author profile. So you could see posted by Bila Tech Academy. You could choose to ignore this, or you could choose to leave it like that, and you see your post, you see your comments. You could enter your comments right here if you want to. You could disable comments if you want to, but basically that is it. And here we have the author, we have everything you need to know. Here we have the whole post title, so you could show author page, you could show all those things. You could see your author profile right here, and they all look good. So you could just do basically all these, and you could save that. So this is what your blog post would look like. If you need to change anything, you can change it from here, and you could do a lot of changes. So you could always come back here to check that out. So I'm going to just leave that as that. And coming to my social widgets, so all you have to do is to come back to the home page. So I'm going to go back to the home page, so I'll show you what the social widgets looks like. So these are the social widgets. So let's just check the layout and see what we have there. So I'm going to just try to click on the pen tool and try to see what the social layout looks like. So you get to input your Facebook page, your Twitter page, your Instagram page, your YouTube page. You get to post everything. You get to post a link to that, and when you check this, you're going to see all your pages, and that will be your social page up first. So you come back to layout to, you could delete any of these if you don't want. You could see Skype, YouTube. So from here you could see them. We all have them here. So let's delete some of it. So I'm going to delete this Skype, delete this Skype. Let me save it, and you see that these two has been deleted because we just deleted them. So I'm just going to refresh this, and as you could see, the two has been deleted. So that's what this is all about. So you could edit your social, like you could edit this, and I will delete the last Skype. And we have YouTube two times. I'm going to delete the two YouTubes, and we have just this. So I'm going to save this. Yes, I'm going to save that. And when I check the plugin now, I will have lesser social plugin. So let me just refresh it. And yes, as you could see, we just have this four because we just did a major edit. And yes, we are good to go. So we have that edited already, and you could always come back to do more. So here in the sidebar, we have the sidebar, and these are the sidebars. So you could see these are the sidebars. You could edit them. So things you don't want, you could have them removed from here. So look at this search, this blog, you could have it all removed, and you could have it rearranged. You could make sure this search becomes the first thing people see. So you could just take this up. You could do something like this, and you will take this up, up, up. You make this the first thing, and yes. So I could take this up, bring this down, bring this down, bring this down, and bring this down. So I could save that layout, and you see the search this block goes up. See where it was before, it's going to go up right now. So let me just refresh the page, and let's see how it goes up. So coming back here, you see that the first thing you see is search this blog, and you can search the blog right here. So working on the layout is as simple as that. You could remove all these from the layout as well. As you could see, subscribe us, so you could choose to leave it or remove it. This is functioned by code, so you could choose to change the code to something else, or you leave it. And you could change your YouTube. As you could see, this is the link. This is where you embed your YouTube link if you want to, but I want to remove this, so I'll just click on remove, and it removes that. So when you save this, you see that this disappears because we just removed that. So let me just refresh this, and yes, that disappears because I just removed that. So you could remove things you don't want as well. The page, you could remove all these. If you don't want them, you could just say remove. So let me just have them all removed because I don't want them. So I could just remove this, remove categories as well. Yes, remove remove blog archive as well. I'll just remove, and I'll remove attribution. So when you check the attribution, the copyright, so we could always say copyright is Bilal Tech Academy, Bilal Tech Academy. Let's see what we have. So I'm going to say Bilal Tech Academy. I'm going to save this. Sorry, let me just do the attribution again. I'll say Bilal Tech Academy. So I just remove that. I will save it, and let's see what we have. So the attribution, let's see what the attribution is here. So let me just refresh it since I've changed the attribution. So yes, we have this. So this is the about me, and here we have powered by blogger Bilal Tech Academy. When you buy a premium template, you'll be able to remove all these, but we just changed the attribution. So powered by blogger Bilal Tech Academy, but we just changed the attribution. So, or you could choose to remove that if you don't want that. So I'm just going to remove the attribution, and let's see what we have. Let's see if that has been removed. So let's refresh that, and as you could see, that part has been removed, and here we are good to go. The blog is looking more professional now because we are removing all this. So let's come right here. You see the about me, you could remove it. So we're going to have this removed as well. Since you feel like you don't need, you have them removed, then you can have them added back. You see add a gadgets. So you're going to choose add a gadgets, and you see the list of things you could add. You could add contact form, you could add attribution, you could add a lot of things. So yeah, you could add things you've removed, of course you could. So I'm just going to come back here, and you could add a code, just a simple code. If you know how to code, you could easily add codes here and customize whatever you want to customize with a code. But I'll still talk about using code to customize your blog, of course. So yeah, I'm going to just to cancel that. And here we have the about us. We just made some basic changes, so let me just refresh it and see what the blog looks like so far. So yes, we've removed things we feel like we don't want, and yeah, we are down here now. So this is the session we are now. So let's come back to the layout, and you see your about us. The about us goes here. So let's just try to edit that. I'm going to just click on this, and you see your about us. You see the image. You could just change all these. You could change all these. So I'm just going to try to upload an image, and I'll change it to the Bila Tech Academy image. I'm going to open this, yes, and I'm going to shrink to fit, of course. So I'm going to just say the link. You could do the link here, the link in here, and the caption. The caption could be changed. You could just change it to something about Bila Tech Academy. So let's change the caption, and I'm going to try to do that. So let me just save this for now. Let me save this, and I'll try to edit it again. So I'm going to click on edit, and I'm going to try to change the caption. So yes, I just change the caption. I'll say below Tech Academy. Tech Academy is a is a is an online is an online lecturing of tech education. So we could leave it something like this, and you could add a link. So I could just save this, and let's see what that changes will be. So this will be changed. So let's refresh that and see what we have. So right now we just change it to this. So it says Black Tech Academy is an online tech education hub. We just change all that. So coming back to the layout, you could change the footer widgets. You could change just the same way we did the other time. This is social widget. That's where we are right now. So you could delete all these, or you could choose to leave them. So you could see we have all these, and you could add new item, as you could see, and give it a site name and all that. So you could delete what you don't want, you could leave. So let me just delete the Skype among them and save. So you get to see that that has been deleted. So you see this is the Skype. I'm going to refresh this page, and you see that the Skype has disappeared. As you could see, the Skype is not there anymore. So yes, we have our layout, and the last thing is the recent post, popular post. So when you come right down, you're going to see recent posts. You could just remove them if you don't want them. You could just remove the widgets, and you could add it back if you want it. You could add it back if you want it. So you could add your blog search. You could add everything you need. You could add it back if you want it back, but I don't want it, so I could just remove all these. So you could say featured posts, and it's going to be something like this. You're going to have this configured, and you see all these. So you title it featured post, and yes, you have show post title, test snippet, show image. Yes. So you could have this removed if you don't want that as well. So yes, you could have that removed, and you would say featured post, this right here. You could bring it back if you want to. Then popular post, you could just remove all that. That's what you're seeing here. Popular post, featured post, and everything. You could have all those removed if you don't want them. So I'm just going to have it removed. Just to have a simple layout, I'm going to remove that as well, and I have that removed. And the last thing is your footer widget. So we've removed all that. So let me just refresh, and let's see what we have. So having all these, I've removed that, of course. So we have just this as the footer, and the last thing right now is the footer widget. So let me just come to the layout, and let me just click on it, and here we have the footer menu and everything. So the only thing we'll not be able to change, so this is the footer menu right here. The only thing we've not be able to change is this, and when you buy the premium template of this, you'll be able to change this. So that way you've worked on your layout, and yes, you are good to go. Your free blog is coming to a better look, it's giving a better look right now, and you have a search button right here. So everything about your layout is just here. So you could choose to make the default variable show if you want it to show. So you could just save it, and you could just refresh your page and see what you have. So far so good. So we have a very good blog right here. So you could post more, and you see your blog glowing and looking good as it should. I hope to see you in the next lesson. See you there.